everybody, how are you? It's Jerry Victoria, the Energy Queen, and today I'm going to be telling you about how to organize your day with feminine energy first. Feminine energy, what that means is it's not just about like looking a certain way or acting a certain way. What it really is spiritually is the ability to be present, and it's your spiritual energy. Putting your feminine energy first is actually the way that women operate energetically. So if you identify as a woman, you actually need to put your feminine first, because this is how your own feminine balances with your own masculine energy. And a lot of women don't know that. So the problem with not doing this and not putting your feminine energy first is that you start to honestly be living in a way that's constantly working against you and your own energy and your own way you're designed to thrive. And what I really want to be a champion of is having a lot of women in this world who are balanced energetically. And that means that you're able to have a strong output of creation and of things that you're contributing to the world, but you live in a way with a lifestyle that doesn't hurt you, and it doesn't, ruin your health or your mental health, and it doesn't make you feel like tired all the time. Success is great, but it's not truly going to be success if the price you pay is the way you feel and you're constantly drained and you're not happy. Putting your feminine energy first is really about running a marathon versus sprinting. So sometimes in your life there are moments where you have to sprint and you have to, just wake up and hustle and get things done. But you can't live long term that way, because you're just not designed to be able to do that. And again, for women, we put our feminine first. We put our ability to be present first, our ability to enjoy life first, our self-value first, and our purpose first. Those are the 4 ingredients of feminine energy. So you need to actually prioritize these things in your life in order to be balanced and be able to bridge that gap between your own feminine and your own masculine, so that you become somebody who has a strong foundation of your own energy, and you're somebody who's able to have strong masculine energy too. You're able to have a lot of creative output in the world, which obviously will bring a lot back to you. And since your feminine's connected and not burned out, you're able to receive, because feminine energy is receptive from all the work that you do. My advice for how to start your day and build that momentum up throughout your day with feminine energy is a few things. I have some advice about this. Take your time is my top advice, because you don't realize that pushing yourself into hustle mode is actually working against you, because your feminine energy is receptive. So when you have more feminine energy, which is made up of those 4 ingredients: presence, pleasure, self-value, and your purpose. When you have more of that energy built up inside of yourself, you're able to receive more. And that means that you actually have to do less to receive more. So it's either you wake up and you hustle like a man and you try to get everything done, and you really believe like, the more I do, the more I'm going to get back. You're going to see that you get drained and you have to keep working at that level to keep getting any result, when in fact, if you had your feminine energy connected and you took time and you valued that in your day, then you would actually be able to do less and receive more from what you do. And why is this? Well, it's because your feminine energy is your spiritual energy. Your feminine energy, for everybody, feminine energy means their spirit, their spiritual energy, their energy, the energetic aspect of life. What this is, your spirit, is so valuable. This is what everybody's really looking for. And so when you're connected to that and you do something with it, you are able to receive more back, because people value spiritual energy whether or not they understand that they do. People value spiritual energy in the form of innovation, creativity, just the way that it feels when you put out something into the world and it has your spirit actually infused into it. Even if you're in business, even if you're, no matter what you do, if you have this spiritual energy in what you do, it's going to attract people. It's going to make people want what you have, even if they don't realize that what they really want is a connection to spirit itself and their own spirit. But that becomes a very attractive thing for people. So it's like either you can do a whole bunch of things being disconnected from yourself, get some results, or you can get really connected. You can also receive not just things from people in the world, but opportunities and also ideas. You act on those ideas. You have this spiritual energy behind what you do, and you're going to receive more back because of that. And it's so beautiful to be able to do that, especially as a woman, because we're so connected to our creativity in such a special way. And if you think about it, it's like, imagine that if you're trying to birth a new project into the world, imagine it like a baby. And you don't want to just like put the baby out into the world. The baby needs time to get ready. And so it's okay to take your time more when you're working on things. Put your spirit into it, get present, get connected to your spirit. Remember who you are, remember why you're working on this, remember why it matters to you. And it's going to infuse that spiritual energy into everything you do, no matter what it is that you do. It's going to have that special quality that will attract people and make you more successful without having to do a whole bunch of things. You just have to do that thing really well with that care. Another piece of advice I have is that each day is different. So to vibe with the day, like, don't be like, oh, it's raining today. Like, vibe with the day. That's part of this unique day. Maybe it's rainy, maybe it's a little moody, maybe you're a little more tired, or maybe you have a lot of energy, maybe you feel like getting a coffee, maybe you don't. Like, really treating each day like feeling the vibe of it and going with that. And not just that, but like your own vibe, like what's going on with you and what feels right this day. We can have a schedule, we can have structure, but the structure ultimately is masculine energy, and that's supposed to be supporting us, not oppressing us. You have to be really careful about masculine energy not oppressing you. And that is the number one mistake so many women make, is using things like schedule and money and time, which are all part of masculine energy in the physical world, and actually using those things to suppress and oppress yourself, when in fact the definition of masculine energy is that it's supportive. It's supposed to support you. So these things are always supposed to be there to support you. So coming back in touch with who you are, flexing your schedule if you need to be more accommodating to you. If you're in school, or if you're, at a job, maybe there are certain hours you have to be there, but still finding time to take care of yourself, to give yourself time. And however that looks for you, really prioritizing being present, having pleasure in your life, valuing yourself, and having your purpose at the center of your life. And finally, really just throwing out the ideas that if you hustle like a man, you're gonna be successful. Honestly, women can hustle incredibly hard. I mean, women can do anything. You just aren't built the same way, so you can't go about it the same way, or else it will work against you eventually. And I've been there. So I want you to start throwing out the whole hustle culture and the value around that we place on that. Getting up at 5 a.m., going to the gym, going to the office, working hard, coming home, crashing. Like, that doesn't have to be how you function. Even if you have a schedule that you have to stick to, you can still find space around that. You can make space in it. You can do whatever you want. But I want you to really throw out those ideas about hustle unless you're in your masculine. And that's a process, by the way, to get in your masculine energy. You have to start with your feminine. You have to start building your feminine, because what happens is when you build up your feminine energy enough, she will bridge with your masculine, and then you become somebody who can actually hustle like that. But the thing is, women can't just shortcut straight to hustle with leaving our spirit out of it, because we will just get totally burned out. That's how burnout happens, you guys. So the first step to building your feminine energy is, getting present. And I call that the receiving mode, being in the receiving or the resting time where you're just getting present. And then once you build that up in your day and your life, that will lead to creation mode, where you just want to start actually creating for fun. You just feel like doing things just because it feels good. You are a creator. You are somebody who is here for a purpose. So you want to do things just because it feels good to create. And then that will lead to the masculine mode, where you've bridged over and now you're like, I want to put this out into the world. I want to do something with this. I want to, and that's how it works. But you can't just always be forcing yourself to hustle. You will feel the disconnection in your spirit. You will feel that you can't get as much done. You will feel that your work is not good quality, that your spirit isn't connected to it, and you will feel that you have to do so much more to try to get even a little bit back from what you do. And instead, I want you to throw that whole idea out as much as you can, and I want you to focus on being present, connecting with your spirit, being who you are, coming back to who you are. A lot of stillness can be really useful, and taking your time each day more and getting out of the idea that you're constantly supposed to be working in order to get results. It just doesn't work that way, especially for women. So you need to take your time. You need to start valuing your spiritual energy and know that when you have a connection with that vibe and then you do something with that, that's going to bring you more. Okay? So I hope that this helped you organize your day, starting with feminine energy first. It's something that you can continue to build throughout the day. You can find pockets of time to just give yourself time to be present. And if you'd like to hear more about how to be present, I will put a video in the description, and I hope it helps you. And if you're interested, you guys, in getting some personalized feminine energy coaching support, I have new packages open, and you can book a free consult with me. The link is in the description. And it involves personalized coaching and energy clearing, which helps this whole process so immensely. So thank you so much, you guys.